So we're here with one of the heads of the APX Academy,
Yes,
Chris.
sir.
For the people who don't know, who are you, Chris, and what's your background in American football?
Thank you so much. My name is Chris. I was born in Germany, and I started playing football in Germany. And I played there. I played in the GFL, and then the NFL contacted me, the international pathway, and they wanted to give me the opportunity to get to the NFL. And I said, "Oh wow!" So I trained at the APX Academy for 3 months, and was able to make it to the Baltimore Ravens. So I played with the Baltimore Ravens for 2 years, mainly on practice squad, and I had a great network. So I made the jump from Europe to America, but a crazy one, because I didn't go high school or college. I just went direct to the NFL. And that's where I realized, oh wow, what huge difference it has or is to get straight from Germany to America, and the game that is for them like a religion. So that's a little bit about me.
So what made you change from a player to coach? Was it a natural transition or just a passion for it?
Oh, the passion. Because after playing pro, I also played in the CFL. I had my company going, and I was like, man, it doesn't feel like... I stopped playing because the passion went away, and I just wanted to create a, how do you say it the best? I got to think about this. In German we say Mehrwert. Jason! Was heißt Mehrwert auf Deutsch? English? Yeah, okay. So I wanted to create a benefit for athletes, because when I was younger, I never had somebody who could support me. Like, I had some coaches, but nobody could tell me, like, go to the gym early. What do you do at the gym? Nobody could really guide me. So that's why I was like, hey, you know what? I want to first go into the game and help recruit them, but also develop players of tomorrow. Because if you help the players faster, they can evolve faster. And then you can open the pathway for them.
So how do you go from having this passion to help others to making it a reality now?
Ooh, that was a long, long journey. Because the biggest topic about football is, it's difficult. It's like, because football in Europe is not like in America. Football is in the schools in America. It's not here. So I had to find people who really are interested to participate in the game, and also find the right people around me who can help me. So that's why Jason was a big point, because me and him, we share the same vision, and that's why we said, like, he was already working on it. Let's do it properly.
So, like, here in Denmark, we know there are different kinds of exchange program.
Yeah.
But I feel like you guys separate yourself. Could you perhaps tell the people how you do that?
So the biggest thing is that we have a bigger football background. So what is important for us is, first of all, of course, we have to differentiate. We just don't want to place the kids in America. We want to help football development first. That's like our first thing. The second thing is, if we find athletes that are good enough, we have partners in America, recruiters, schools, that we want to place the right people to the right place. Because a lot of times, exchange programs just send kids anywhere. But if you have a good player, you want to send them to a good school. If you have a family that is very big about academics, we bring them to the school about academics. So we really try to tailor a way for these athletes and really not support them one time, we support them all the way long. Meaning, I'll give you an example. Like, we have an athlete that we placed. He is in a high school, and we help him to go to showcases in America. We help him to get we talk to the school, the tutors, like, how's the grades? And also at the end, I speak to other schools, because I have contacts to a lot of colleges. So it's like, it's a whole network that these kids going to be part of. And I can't, like, how do you say, promise that anyone is going to do one, but I can promise that they will have the best environment to grow in.
And how did you wind up in Denmark? Because we're a small country.
I mean, that's so funny. I had one camp last year, and Michael, his son, was there, and him. And he was a guy, the kid, he had so much potential. I was like, wow, he was throwing the ball crazy. And I said, who's throwing the balls like that? So I spoke to Michael, and he said that there's a lot of potential in Denmark. And I said, yes, we want to help every country, of course. And we spoke a little bit more. I don't know if you heard about the speed session we did. And now we're starting to get more and more going, because I feel like Denmark has a lot of potential, but we just have to use it right and give them the tools to get better.
How do you see the Danish football like in what do you call it? The culture compared to like not the States but like
Yeah.
different places in Europe.
So that's a very good question. So I haven't been to like an actual game. That's what I'm gonna do this year.
Yeah.
But what I can say is like football here in Denmark is very like the parents are a very important part because I feel like they're very supportive. That's what I'm seeing here. I see the whole parents. Like when I was younger, like I didn't have the privilege because football wasn't big in Germany. But here I see that the family's behind it, and that's why we want to have the families here too, so that they know who they're talking to and who are they working with. Because like I have children myself, and you only have a good feeling, or you are only able to support something if you have a good feeling about it. So this is like a very big and good thing I found out, like that the families are supportive.
So if there's any young players listening, like, and they want to be a part of Apex, what's the first step for them to do?
So the first step is of course downloading. Okay, again. So the first step, of course, is downloading the app and just taking a look, because you have a couple of days that you have a free trial. Just see, because there's so much that you can learn about football IQ, outside the field, nutrition, how do you stretch properly, drills. Like every position has a home, and also feel free to text me because we want to help you, everyone, no matter big, small, fast, big, super big. Like we'll find something for you, and we want to help you to develop. And also my biggest goal is to bring NFL players to Denmark, so we can bring them here and have like great events, and also like plan more, because football is so big. Why don't we just do it? So that's why I want to like bring all my network and all my friends and everything we have here to make a great experience for the players.
And if people are going to download the app, where should they go and do that?
It's the App Store.
App Store?
You got it on the App Store, or you can just go on our Instagram page, APX Academy, and there's a link, and just press there, and then you can download the app.
So, looking at Apex, you're still young and you're still developing.
Yes, sir.
But like looking ahead for the next few years, what
Yes,
do you
sir.
want to try and reach?
My goal, my biggest goal, is to make football accessible for everyone. This is what Jason says always, and that's what we found together. We want to make it accessible for everyone who is playing football in Europe and the whole world. Why? Because what do we say? It's difficult to find good coaches in the local teams, or just general coaches. There are people like that playing in, for example, Africa. It's difficult to find coaches, but everyone is on their smartphone. And if you can just use, instead of being on Instagram, use the time to learn the football, you get better. And the more people we see that from different countries participate, we can do more in those countries, because we can just filter that out.
Now you talked about countries. Like
Yes.
now you're in Denmark. Do you have a few countries lined up you're going to next?
Yes, sir. I'm looking like Denmark, like Scandinavia in general, because there's so much potential. But the biggest thing that I feel like is we want to give them a structure. We want to. That's the biggest thing that I can tell you. Like, it's just not the camps, because that's not the thing. It's the topic development, and you know, we want to bring a fun factor to it. For example, my friends from America, they would like to visit countries like, you know, Denmark, Sweden, Finland, and if we have enough people participating in it, we can do it easier. So we want to get like, the next steps is, of course, and that's so funny to say, in the next 2-3 years, we want to get as many players and teams on, and help create like an ecosystem that can support each other. And that's like the biggest goal.
So, like when you're talking about the exchange, a lot of people like you, like you had a very unique way to the NFL.
Yeah.
But now in Europe, it's more like people are going to some of the local camps in Europe,
Yeah.
and then they wound up at the NFL camp in London.
Yeah.
Do you see yourself perhaps like being the bridge from mainland Europe to the London camp in the beginning, or do you want to just go directly to the States?
So, of course, directly to the States, because it's like, there are of course different ways, but if you want to experience, they say, the American dream, of course America's the best way to go. But also like, because there are so many schools and so many opportunities, we can really create a pathway that really works, because the NFL Academy is doing a great job, for example. But there are a lot of players, and those players that, for example, are not getting picked or don't have the money even to go to NFL Academy, we can figure that out, or find like people who can support it, and also bring you in a system that works. And we can be here multiple times. We can be at for example, I can do multiple speeds and skill sessions in Denmark. Like other organizations are here just like they have like one day in a year or two, and we have multiple, and that's why we have like a big group who can support in our coaching staff.
That's all we had, Chris.
Thank you.
Thank you so much
Thank
for
you
your
so
time.
much.